Indianapolis. It's their first game of the tournament. We will be announcing all of the players this morning. So, first the non-starters.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this morning's coverage of the 2026 Indiana Lutheran Schools Athletic Association State Girls and Boys Basketball Tournaments. First game of the day here at 9:15 a.m. at Wyneken Memorial Lutheran School in Decatur, Indiana, featuring the visiting team, the Holy Cross Blaze from Indianapolis, in their green uniforms with white numbers and black letters. Their opponent this morning is the Suburban Bethlehem Bulldogs out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. They are in their home white and gray camouflage uniforms with purple letters and numbers and white trim. Referee Ronnie Branch tosses the ball up in the air, almost won by Sub Beth, leading to an early layup. But Holy Cross was able to seize the possession. Micah Johnson applying ball pressure. We got an over and back violation, a turnover on the first Blaze possession. The Bulldogs come into this game having won their first round matchup yesterday evening at 5 o'clock right here on this floor against St. Paul's from Munster, Indiana. Backdoor play there. Looked like there was an opportunity, but the window was small. That's Landon Parker, number 24, with the ball, dribbling to the elbow. They run it from the other side, get it. Johnson unable to convert. Hayden Riley's there with the offensive rebound, but he gets fouled on his way back up. First foul called. That was on number 4, Brady Boyle. And so Hayden Riley, who led his team in scoring yesterday, is leading his team in scoring already early on in this boys' quarterfinal game. Shot number 2 is also good. 2 for 2 for Hayden Riley and an early 2-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Holy Cross looking to get things going. Jump shot there by number 14, Henry Sisna, no good. Landon Parker with the defensive rebound. Both teams, it appears, playing man-to-man defense. Zane Parker getting defended by number 32, Cole Arbuckle. Holy Cross has a little bit of a size advantage over the Bulldogs. Coach Parker calling out the set. Bulldogs being patient on this possession, making sure everybody gets to the right spot. Nice bounce pass. Riley draws contact, unable to finish, draws contact again, and he's going to go to the line for the second time. So 2 offensive possessions for Suburban Bethlehem, 2 trips to the free throw line for Hayden Riley. Made the first. Off on the second. Arbuckle with the board. Cisna gets fouled. Trying to penetrate the gap. That was number 1, Zane Parker, picking up the personal there. Box set here for Holy Cross. That's Everett Wilson inbounding. Cisna, 3 from the corner, and we're tied up at 3. The 3-point shot, the great equalizer. Landon Parker kicks it out to his brother. Back to brother, 3-pointer. Left slot is good. Good passing there by the brothers. Cisna, top of the key, gets a ball screen by Arbuckle. Jumper, no. Going back the other way. Suburban Bethlehem was the runner-up in last month's LSAA tournament in Fort Wayne, falling to the Emmanuel St. Michael Eagles, who will play in the next boys quarterfinal game here. Backdoor cut by Riley, unavailable. High ball screen, that was Labitte setting it. Parker's shot, tipped. Cisna comes down with it. The Blaze looking to get out in transition. Parker gets called for a foul. He definitely got ball, but he also got some wrist. So the Parker brothers, the only ones who have picked up a defensive foul for the Bulldogs. First shot by Boyle is up and in. Good free throw shooting demonstrated by both teams thus far. Second shot, same result. 2 for 2 for Brady Boyle. Draws his team within 1. Hayden Riley, 3 from almost the left corner, off the heel. Long shot, long rebound. Johnson gets called for the traveling violation as he shuffled his feet before putting the ball on the deck. And the Blaze looking to attack with some urgency. Post entry to Boyle. Saffin dove, but gave it back up. Parker with the steal. Right-handed layup, no good. Johnson corrals the offensive board, and he gets fouled on the putback attempt. So that's 3 team fouls on Holy Cross, but 1 apiece on the 3 offending players. Johnson's shot is off the mark. Number 1, Evan Oliver, is going to replace number 23, Everett Wilson. Johnson's second shot is too strong. Looked like 2 Blaze players were equally trying to secure that rebound and fell out of bounds. Holy Cross in a 2-3 zone defense for this inbound opportunity. Zane Parker gets it in the corner. Dangerous spot for the little fella. Landon Parker, 3, short. Labitte gets it, gives it up. Brother to brother. Bulldogs staying on one side. Johnson, floater in the lane, no good. Almost gets his own board. Good pass up ahead from Oliver to Cisna. Saffin got fouled. Good left-handed finish. That was Landon Parker committing his second foul with about 90 seconds to go in this opening period. He's got two. He's going to have to be careful. He got two early in the first round game yesterday, but he was able to not pick up his third. That's Tyson LeBeat with his first foul, team fourth, and one more is going to result in some bonus time free throws for the Blaze. See if Sub-Beth can keep him out of the bonus. Jump ball alternating possessions, going to go back to Sub-Beth. 83 seconds to play in the first quarter. They're up one. There is another boys quarterfinal game taking place simultaneously at Concordia Lutheran School this morning. It is the Battle of Seymour as the Emmanuel Warriors, who won in overtime last night against Holy Cross from Fort Wayne, are playing their neighbors, St. John Sowers. They're still in the first quarter over there, about a minute behind us. And Emmanuel has raced out to a 7-0 lead. Hayden Riley commits the foul on the three-point attempt. And so Henry Cisna is going to go to the free throw line with 3 free throw shots. First shot is true. Cisna has the only made field goal thus far for Holy Cross of the three-point variety. Shot number 2 off the heel and in. Holy Cross yet to miss a free throw until now. Offensive rebound by Arbuckle. Johnson gets his hand on that pass. Zane Parker caught in the short corner there. Turns it over. Oliver comes up with the steal. Almost gives it right back. Yes. Very scrappy play out there, but both teams hustling well. Zane Parker 3 is short. Rebound Arbuckle. And that was Jace Nichols who came in. He replaced Tyson LeBeat at the last dead ball. And now 2 free throws upcoming for Cole Arbuckle. First shot off and to the right. Second shot off the heel, and it falls through the cup. 10 seconds left, first quarter. Bulldogs reverse the basketball. Top of the key. Landon Parker sees the clock, takes a deep 3. No good, and that's how the quarter will end. So at the end of 1, Suburban Bethlehem 6, Holy Cross 8. We'll take a break here at Wyneken Memorial Lutheran School. Thanks for tuning in to the 2026 ILSAA State Boys Basketball Tournament. All right, quarter number 2 upcoming here. Number 2, Evan Anderson for Holy Cross is coming to the ball game, as has, I believe that's number 12, Elijah Smith. The cutting Arbuckle is unable to catch that pass. First possession of the quarter results in a turnover, and Sub Beth trying to tie or take the lead here. They just went over to the first quarter break at Concordia Lutheran School. Emmanuel's up 10-0 on St. John's Sowers. Backdoor cut play. Riley, layup, couldn't convert. Count the basket and the foul. That was Cole Arbuckle. He picked up his second foul there. Riley completes the three-point play and gives the Bulldogs the lead back. .33 David Stoppelworth is in for the Blaze as well. Nice left-handed layup there by Henry Cisna, but he can't get it to fall. Johnson handoff to the younger Parker brother, who throws it to older brother. Looked like he took his eye off of it. Cisna got Micah Johnson up in the air. Very heady play there.
Number 10, Micah Johnson with foul. Number 14, Cisna at the line, shooting 2.
Cisna's 2 for 3 at the free throw line thus far. Make that 3 for 4. Cisna off the mark on the second one, but Stoppelworth is able to track it down. He's caught in the corner. Nice skip pass there to Oliver to get out of trouble. Cisna left slot 3. It's good. That's his second three-point field goal made today, one in each quarter. Post move, Riley wanted to get a call, but no whistle was blown. Good bucket there by Elijah Smith. Holy Cross does look to get out as often as they can in offensive transition. Suburban Bethlehem, not liking how things are trending, are going to take a 30-second timeout here at the 3-minute 46-second mark in quarter number 2. Still a 10-point lead for Emmanuel over St. John Sowers over at Concordia. They're about 30 seconds behind us. Henry Cisna is leading all scorers with 9 for Holy Cross. Hayden Riley is pacing the Bulldogs with 6. See what Sub Beth's got drawn up here. To stop the little spurt here by the Blaze. Riley gets an isolation on the right wing. Bulldogs being patient. Get it to Riley. Backs down, turns, shoots. No. Put back attempt, also no. Jace Nichols able to keep it alive. Zane Parker, nice hesitation move. Nichols, and Riley's going to go back to the free throw line. Looks like that was called on Stoppleworth. Early on in the first quarter, and again here in the second, a concerted effort by Sub Beth to get the ball inside to Hayden Riley. He's good and patient down there, good footwork, which is what you have to have in order to be effective on the block. And he goes 2 for 2. And now some full court pressure. Little diamond one action. Good ball reversal there by Holy Cross. Under control, they've definitely seen that before. Able to break it easily. Nichols, second foul. Baseline out of bounds entry here for Holy Cross. Smith, no. Riley up ahead to Landon Parker. Right-handed layup, yes. And the deficit is 1. Stoppleworth shoots, scores. So Holy Cross especially getting some secondary scoring. They've got 5 players in the scoring column to Sub Beth's 2. Riley drives, puts it up. Tough shot. And back and forth we go. Highly competitive game, exactly what you'd expect in a boys quarterfinal. Johnson's able to get the rebound, even though it looked like it was firmly in the hands of Elijah Smith. Zane's shot off the mark, about the left elbow. Oliver, hesitation move, goes up the sideline. Another hesitation move, layup, can't get it to go. Oliver bringing some good intensity to his ball club. But in this particular case, he commits a foul. I don't know, 85 feet away from the basket? Not what you want. About 90 seconds left in the first half. Ooh, almost stolen away by Everett Wilson. Johnson with Arbuckle on him. Brant Pearl came into the game for Sub Beth. He's number 25. High ball screen set by Johnson. Ooh, Landon Parker thought about it. Now he sets the ball screen. Johnson, shot blocked emphatically out of bounds, but it was a good take. Easy entry to Parker. Three-pointer. Won't drop. Rebound Wilson. Wilson doesn't get stopped until he's blocked by Riley. We're under a minute to play in the second quarter. Johnson up ahead. Pearl will shoot it from the short corner. No. Nichols, put back, no. Saffin comes down with the rebound. And we got a jump ball. Heads up play there by Micah Johnson to keep possession. "30-second timeout here called by Suburban Bethlehem. They've taken their allotment of 30-second timeouts in the second quarter here, seeing an opportunity to potentially take the lead off a baseline out of bounds opportunity here with 42.9 seconds left. Over at Concordia in the Battle of Seymour, Sowers finds themselves down 7. So they've closed the gap after being down 10. Just chipping away bit by bit. So 1-4 high setup again here by Sub Beth. Inbounded to Pearl. Parker on the left wing. Riley at the high post. That's where you want him. Okay, so Sub Beth doesn't get what they want coming out of that timeout. Ooh, stolen by Landon Parker. Gets it back in the corner. Johnson to the basket. Yes! Bulldogs up 1 with 20 seconds in the first half. They broke the press again. Good hustle by Landon Parker coming from behind. Up to Johnson. Way to keep it under control. Ooh. Coach almost got charged with his 3rd timeout, which would be fine. I mean, you can manage with 2. 3.2 left. Don't want to foul a shooter here. Blaze just content. And that's how the first half's going to end. So we got a good one here at Wyneken in Decatur. Suburban Bethlehem 17, Holy Cross 16. We'll have about a 7-minute halftime break, and then we'll be right back here with second half coverage of quarterfinal number 1 at the 2026 ILSAA State Boys Basketball Tournament.
were here. We couldn't get any other help.
All right, welcome back to coverage of the 2026 ILSAA State Boys Basketball Tournament in the Fort Wayne area up here in the northeast part of the state. Suburban Bethlehem Bulldogs have emerged from the halftime locker room and clinging to a 1-point lead against the visiting Holy Cross Blaze from Indianapolis. A great back and forth first half. I believe the largest lead that was ever achieved in the opening half was Holy Cross had a 5-point lead at one point, 14-9. But then, if that is true, Sub-Beth finished the quarter with an 8-2 run to take the lead back. Blaze get the first possession, box set here, underneath their own bucket. Cross screen action. Arbuckle. Layup, no. Contorted his body. If he goes up regularly, he might get a whistle there. The Blaze are led in scoring by Henry Sistas, 9. Brady Boyle, Elijah Schmidt, and David Stoppleworth each have 2. And then Cole Arbuckle has a made free throw. Henry Cisna gets called for the foul. It's going to send Jace Nichols to the line. His first shot rattles in. One more scoring contribution here for the Bulldogs. Can't get the second to be like the first. So the lead is just 2. Oliver on the left wing, dribbles to the corner. Turnover. 45 seconds into the third. Hayden Riley is leading his team in scoring with 10 points even. Micah Johnson has 2, Landon Parker has 5, and Jace Nichols, you just saw him with that 1 free throw. Got a jump ball, alternating possession. It's going to stay with Sub-Beth. Neither team has any of their players with more than 2 fouls. So Landon Parker, who picked up 2 early on in the first quarter, did not pick up his third, and I do not believe he went to the bench either. Backdoor cut, brother to brother, right-hand floater, no. Boyle's able to rip it away from the Bulldog player. Smart play there by Cisna to come to a jump stop instead of crossing half court and getting into trouble. Everett Wilson has scored his first bucket of the game, and we're tied up at 18. Over at Concordia, Emmanuel is clinging to a 4-point lead over their neighbors, Sowers. They're a little bit ahead of us over there. Zane Parker, floater in the middle of the lane. Nice job by the young fella. His first points. The 6th grader holding tough in this primarily 7th and 8th grade middle school tournament. Arbuckle spins and gives it up. Came close to losing his pivot foot there. Saff, a nice move, power move, but left it short. Brady Boyle did the same. Jace Nichols gets called for a foul. Wilson to inbound. Ooh, Johnson almost got a piece of that. Hayden Riley with the block. Hayden Riley gets called for a foul there. It was a scrum underneath the basket. Seemed like it changed hands at least 3 times. Cisna, step back 3. Couldn't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Third team foul. Hayden Riley blocks the shot. Top of the key, 3. Landon Parker looked like it might fall. Micah Johnson has his 3rd foul. We're halfway done in this 3rd quarter. Sub-Beth up 2. Arbuckle goes up with a putback. Cisna gets it to Oliver. Floater in the lane. We're tied up once again. Again, impressed by both squads having lots of secondary scoring here. They have their primary scorers, but everybody else is stepping up. Nichols in the corner, gets it back to Parker. Now he's going to set him a ball screen. Riley baseline. Nichols will shoot it from the free throw line, too strong. Parker brothers create the turnover. Cisna goes for a steal. Brother to brother, 3-pointer from the top of the key. Won't go. 90 seconds remain, 3rd quarter. Offensive foul called on Henry Cisna, and that's going to be his 3rd. Evan Anderson's on the floor for Holy Cross. And Brant Pearl and Tyson LeBeat came on for the Bulldogs. Pearl's able to keep it alive. Arbuckle has picked up his 3rd. So just a short time ago, nobody had more than 2. Now 3 players have 3. Top of the key, Pearl. Left wing, left corner. Nice skip pass. Pearl thought about it. Riley's got it, defended by Arbuckle. Bulldogs being patient. Pearl take the shot. Now that's Henry Cisna's 4th. Huge development as he is their leading scorer. He hasn't scored in this 3rd quarter yet. Very low scoring quarter. Goodness gracious. Just foolishness. It's one thing to have ball pressure. It's a whole nother thing to give a guy a hug from behind. And it sends Sub-Beth's best player to the free throw line, where he has only missed one free throw thus far. And as I say that, he misses number 2. About to start the fourth quarter over at Concordia. Emmanuel 21, Sowers 18. Hayden Riley goes 0 for 2, can't make him pay for that foolish foul that put him in the bonus. All right, Holy Cross calls a timeout with 31.9 seconds left, third quarter. It's going to be of the 30-second variety. Trying to see if they can draw something up to take the lead here late in the third. The winner of this game is going to advance to the Final Four semifinals, taking place later this afternoon at Central Lutheran School in New Haven. The winner of this game will be semifinal number 1, which will take place at 3:30 over there at Central. The loser of this game will advance to the 5th place bracket. The 4 teams that lose in the quarterfinal will duke it out to see who will be 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And so that 5th place semifinal will be back here at Wyneken later on this afternoon, probably 3:30 as well. Arbuckle, nice strong move. He gets fouled. And Hayden Riley now has 3. Both teams in the bonus here. Remember, the bonus resets after the quarter. Love that rule change by the National Federation of High Schools. You do not get rewarded with fouling in this method. Second shot by Arbuckle is good, and the Blaze have the lead. Will they keep it going into the fourth? Little extended defense here by Holy Cross. They are the longer team, I would say. I mean, it's close, but the guards for Sub-Beth are of smaller stature. LeBeat turns, shoots, and that's how we'll end the third quarter. We've got a good one here. Neither team can pull away from one another. Sub-Beth down 1 going into the fourth after being up 1 going into half. We'll take a break here at Wyneken Memorial, and we'll be right back with fourth quarter action. All right, here we go, Blaze ball. Henry Cisna, Blaze leading scorer, is going to start the fourth quarter on the bench. We'll see how long head coach Dax Trump will leave him there before he comes back onto the floor. Huge trust factor there. How much can I trust you to play with 4 fouls and still be effective defensively and still play with an attacking mindset offensively? Hayden Riley does a good job playing defense with his feet there and getting a deflection on the shot. Good ball reversal there by the Dogs. Landon Parker, 3, left corner, short. Johnson, offensive board, kicks it. Zane to his brother. Another try. That time also off the mark. Elijah Smith gets tagged with that foul. It's almost as if we're picking up right where we left off. Pearl, 3, right corner. Rebound, Anderson. Smith, great position. 0 for 2 down there. Jump ball possession to the Dogs. Riley puts it up and in. Bulldogs take the lead back. Pearl gets his hand on the pass. That's Riley's 4th. Will he have to come to the bench? Looks like yes. Brady Boyle's 2 for 2 from the free throw line, trying to make it 3 for 3. Jace Nichols is going to come into the game and replace Hayden Riley. So now both teams' leading scorers are on the bench right now. The question is, for how long? We've got 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the 4th. Winner advances to this afternoon's semifinal. Tyson LeBeat comes in for Brant Pearl. Second shot is too strong. Nichols with the board. Parker to Parker. Dogs trying to extend their minute lead. More extended defense from the Blaze. LeBeat, jumper. No. Ooh, pass too strong from Anderson to Smith. Ooh, Zane Parker, good job to step to that. Landon Parker, 3, right wing, yes! Huge shot, because now we've got a 2-possession game. Three-point, top of the key. Good rebound there by Tyson LeBeat. He was surrounded by Blaze opponents. Foul on Brady Boyle, his 3rd. Cisna comes in, and so does Arbuckle. Smith and Anderson, nope. Smith and Boyle go out. Full timeout called by Sub Beth. It's their first full timeout taken. They've got 2 left. This is the 3-minute, 8-second mark in the 4th. Sub Beth with a 4-point lead. I mentioned earlier that Sub Beth is the LSAA runner-up here in Northeast Indiana. They were that for the regular season and the postseason. I do believe that the Holy Cross Blaze are the champions of the Central Indiana Lutheran Schools Conference. We've got 2 good games, 2 good boys quarterfinals going on. Sowers down 3 to Emmanuel over at Concordia. Holy Cross down 4 over here at Wyneken versus Sub Beth. And the winners of these 2 games will play one another, as will the losers. Blaze extending their pressure. Johnson turns it over. Tyson LeBeat called for a foul, his second. Evan Anderson looking to get in the scoring column here with 2 free throws. First one off to the left. If he can make this second one, he draws him within 1 possession. This time it's short. Arbuckle offensive board. Ooh, can't convert. Blaze have had their chances down deep. The heights are about the same. Now the gymnasium has returned to full lighting capacity. Somebody must have been leaning up against the wall, so the officials blew it dead. See if this extended pressure is going to result in a turnover. Yep. Layup good for Evan Anderson. So Coach Parker sends Hayden Riley back to the scorer's table. He's going to re-enter at the next dead ball. See, this is the trouble here late. As an offensive player, you always have to be looking at the basket, as Landon Parker is. He's had 2 big 3-point shots here in the 4th. And his team's back up by 5 as a result of it. Zane Parker gets fouled. So here we go. The Blaze ball pressure has been effective in creating turnovers as of late, just like it does there. Evan Oliver layup. Cisna follows. Yes! We got a 1-possession game. You cannot throw a high arcing pass in the backcourt like that. Parker in a dangerous spot. Turnover, Holy Cross ball. .69 seconds left in the 4th. Holy Cross turns it right back. Under 60. Ooh, dangerous spot. Micah Johnson wisely throws it off of the Holy Cross defender. Full timeout called by Sub Beth with 52.7 seconds left here in the 4th. Over at Concordia, they only have 17 seconds left. And Sowers is down 4, looking like we might have our first upset of the tournament. This also would be an upset, so on the top half of the boys bracket, we could see the 2 teams that got the first round bye eliminated. Well, eliminated from championship contention. This is not a single elimination tournament. We play it all the way out until we determine 1st through 12th place. Every team will play tomorrow on Sunday at Concordia Lutheran High School. Micah Johnson to enter the ball from the near sideline. No ball pressure here. Jace Nichols runs to it, right back to Johnson. Bulldogs look like content to pass it around. Johnson throws it off the leg. I mean, it's a smart play. Got to be frustrating for the Holy Cross defenders. Zane catches it backcourt, gets it to his brother. Doing a really good job of not holding on to the ball too long. And Holy Cross, approaching 30 seconds left in this game, is going to have to commit a foul quickly. They've only need one more. One more. Good skip pass there. There's the foul. But a lot of valuable time came off the clock. Now you got to wonder, over at Concordia, Sowers is down 2 now, 7.2 left. You got to wonder, with two teams receiving a first-round bye, you know, if you would rather play on Friday night, get your legs under you before making your first appearance in the tournament the following morning. Zane Parker's first free throw is no good. Second one upcoming. It's still a one-possession game, but Jace Nichols got the offensive rebound. Ooh, Johnson tries to throw it off the leg. This time he missed. So Holy Cross, full timeout, 12.9 to go. You can see in the hallway outside of the gym the next game. The boys are anxious and getting ready to play. It is going to be between the LSAA champion up here in Northeast Indiana, the Emmanuel St. Michael Eagles, making their first appearance in the tournament. And their challenger is the Lions of St. Peter's in Columbus, Indiana. Columbus was victorious in their first round game yesterday against Lutheran South Unity of Fort Wayne. And hoping for a tournament upset. Emmanuel just made a free throw over at Concordia to make it a 3-point game. A second free throw upcoming there to see if they can make it a 2-possession game with 6 seconds left. But here at Wyneken, 12.9. Holy Cross down 3. Anderson, 3, falls! We're tied up with 5. Riley is unable to get the shot off before the buzzer. It wasn't even close. He thought he got fouled, and he may have, but if it's after triple zeros, it does not count. So we've got some bonus basketball here. Yesterday, the first boys game of the day between Emmanuel and Holy Cross Fort Wayne went into overtime. And the first boys game of today goes into overtime. This is shaping up to be a very fun tournament with a lot of teams that are very similarly skilled. It looks like things have gone dark over at Concordia, meaning the game is finished. And I do assume that Emmanuel Seymour has advanced. Yes, they have. 28-24. They're going to be in the first boys semifinal later on this afternoon. All right, ball thrown up. Blaze first possession overtime. Evan Oliver. Huge bucket to start the overtime period. A reset for both teams. Oh, nice pass, opposite block Nichols can't finish. Rebound Anderson. 3 minutes, in some sense, a very long time, but also a very short time. Evan Anderson continues to be clutch in this fourth quarter, and now the overtime period, and they've got a 4-point lead, which they cannot say was possessed by them since the first half. Zane Parker, 3, right wing. Evan Anderson with the rebound. 1 minute done in this overtime period. Three, Anderson, offensive rebound, Arbuckle. Can't finish, that would have been a big one. See if Sub-Beth can get within one possession. Oh, deep three, Landon Parker. Ill-advised shot in my opinion. Don't know what his coach is telling him though. Riley keeps it alive, Zane Parker gets fouled. Great opportunity here for the Dogs to score points with the clock not moving. Parker makes him pay. Second shot off the heel. Riley can't get it. Cisna up to Anderson. Anderson's pass too tall for Oliver. Just absolutely unnecessary at this juncture in the game. Certainly always want to be aggressive, always want to increase the lead when possible, but not at the risk of turning it over and giving your opponent a window into the game instead of running clock. Hayden Riley, layup is good, and it's a 1-point game again. 65 seconds left in the overtime period. Will we reach a conclusion, or will we need more basketball? Johnson commits a foul. It's only the third on Sub-Beth, so if they want to put him to the line, they're going to have to commit 2 more. Question is, will Holy Cross wisely use clock, or will they put up a shot? Cisna will shoot, misses. Nichols the rebound. So Sub-Beth with an opportunity to take the lead here. Approaching 30 seconds to go. Riley has the ball, top of the key, gives it up. Who's going to attack for Sub-Beth? Johnson throws it off the leg. Yeah, he's got to watch out. At one point, he might throw it off the leg, and then it'll hit him as he's standing out of bounds. So Sub-Beth takes a timeout, a full timeout with 18 seconds left. Try to draw something up, anything, well, any field goal will take the lead here. But it's possible they could get fouled in the act of shooting and tie it up with a 1-for-2 trip to the free throw line. We'll see how it plays out. All right, ball to be inbounded on the far sideline. Hayden Riley's going to throw it in. Gets it to Pearl. Nichols. Now Riley has it. That's who you'd want to have the ball in this situation, in my opinion. Pearl throws it away. Now they got a foul. And they do. Hayden Riley fouls out. That's the play that had to happen. 5.7 left. Sub-Beth needs to commit one more foul to put Holy Cross on the free throw line and give them a shot to tie or take the lead. Get it into Cisna. Foul. .2 left. Cisna hasn't gone to the free throw line since the first half. The most he can do is to make it a 3-point game. He makes it a 2-point game at minimum. Three-point game. All Sub-Beth can do is tie it here. And Coach Parker's going to take a timeout with the 3-point deficit staring them in the face. All right, so conventional wisdom says that with 4.2 remaining, you got about 3, no more than 4 dribbles to get the shot up. Question is, with Riley on the bench, who's going to take it? I think it's pretty safe to say if you can get it into the hands of Landon Parker, you get it into the hands of Landon Parker. He's hit 3 3-point field goals in this game. 2 big ones in the fourth that I thought was going to propel the Dogs to victory. So Micah Johnson will inbound. Of course, Holy Cross is applying some pressure here. Nichols back to Johnson. Shoots it. Oh, so close. That's a heartbreaker. So Holy Cross is going to advance to the Final Four this afternoon, and they're playing Emmanuel Lutheran from Seymour. A great game to get the action started today, and I hope that all of the games are just like it today. So looking at the victor side of the equation, Evan Oliver had 4. Evan Anderson had 7, Brady Boyle with 2, as well as Elijah Smith. Cisna had 13, Everett Wilson with 2, Arbuckle 2, Stoppelworth 2, to equal 34. On the Suburban Bethlehem side, Zane Parker had 3. Hayden Riley, goodness, he filled it up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 for him. Micah Johnson with 2. Landon Parker with 11, and Jace Nichols with 1 to equal 31. So Suburban Bethlehem, their time in this tournament is not done. They will play later this afternoon here at Wyneken in the 5th place semifinal. And we will get ready here at Wyneken Memorial in Decatur for another boys quarterfinal, Emmanuel St. Michael versus St. Peter's Columbus. We'll be back after a short break in the action, 13 minutes until tip. Thanks for tuning in to the YouTube home of the ILSAA.